Word, our rock and our Redeemer. Amen. Amen. Amen.
All right, the theme Pam and I agreed on today was conversion. A lot of you might be familiar with the term conversion. It really means two different things. First is the kind of conversion that somebody experiences when they convert to another religion, like Catholic or Jew. I converted to Catholicism in the late 80s. I haven't been a practicing Catholic for probably 6 or 7 years now, but for a long time I was Catholic. But the kind of conversion that we're really talking about today is a conversion experience, and that's like an inward spiritual experience of profound love and grace that you feel comes from somewhere else, that you're not manufacturing yourself, and it's often instantaneous, or it can happen over a period of a week or even a month or a year. So I'd like to set the scene here a little bit. Over 20 years ago, I was working as a commercial and residential painter, and I was working at William and Mary, the William and Mary Law School. And at this time, it was the winter of 1992. My previous wife and I were on the verge of a divorce, and it was really as bad as it could get. And I thought I was all right with that whole situation. I felt like it was a toxic relationship, a bad marriage. I was ready to move on. But there were two problems, my son and my daughter. My daughter had she was about to turn 9, and my son had just turned 7. And my heart ached for them as I was getting ready to separate and get a divorce. And I couldn't shake it. It just ached more and more and more. And it finally came to a point where one morning they overheard my previous wife and I talking about, divorce and arguing. And I went out into the cold and the rain to go to work. And I was just distraught, just really, really upset. And I went to work and went to lunch. I remember sitting in the van talking to the guys, a couple of guys I was working with, about the situation. And just got to move on, right? You just got to pick up yourself up by your bootstraps. And I went into this suite, this dormitory suite that was empty. It just had a bunch of patching and stuff on the walls. And I was touching up, something we call touching up, where you're not painting the whole room, you're just going around touching up areas that need attention. And it was 4 bedrooms with a commons area in the middle. And I'll have to admit, I didn't do much painting that afternoon. I did more pacing and praying than painting. I paced back and forth from room to room as my heart just got in more pain and more pain. And I didn't realize I was pacing a big X where, you turn it on its side, it's a cross. And this song came out of that experience. The song is about what happened next. It was a rainy winter's morning, March 6th of 92. I was losing all that I'd lived for. There was nothing I could do. How did I get here? Looks like I'll never be
And like a raging river, this love swept over me, filling my heart with a healing power, making me see what I couldn't see. That March 6th was the first time that I loved with God's true love. My March 6th found me reeling from the awakening I've been dreaming of. In each life there is a moment, whether this world or the next, when God fills you with a presence, becomes closer than your very breath. It was then, like a raging river, your love swept over me, filling my heart with a healing power, making me see what I couldn't see. That March 6th was the first time that I loved with God's true love. My March 6th found me reeling from the awakening I've been dreaming of. In each life there is a moment, whether this world or the next, when God fills you with a presence, becomes closer than your very breath. Oh, na 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 na. My March 6th found me reeling from the awakening I've been dreaming of.
The conclusion of that story is that I told the guys, I gotta go home. This thing has happened. I thought about how I was gonna hurt my kids, and I've just been flooded with love and in the situation. And they're like, well, you're supposed to work the afternoon. And I said, I'll pay you for the afternoon. I'll pay you $50 a piece for the afternoon. Now, at the time I thought I must be crazy because, out here I'm offering to pay guys to go home just so I can get home. But looking back on it, it's like anybody that knows me now knows that that's not wrong. I'm not going to just pay people like that. So it's like evidence for me that something, I knew something happened, but it's like hard evidence. This thing really happened. You think I'd pay anybody to take off, just so I could get home? Well, my previous wife and I, we did separate. We separated for almost six months, and got back together, and the marriage lasted for 10 more years.
Wow.
And I cherished that time I was able to spend with my family and my kids during that time. but that it's a good thing that that marriage ended because, like I said, for reasons I don't need to go into right now in this place and in this time, but it was a good thing that that marriage did end. And it took me a while to accept that because I thought that what God did was supposed to rescue the marriage, rescue my intact family. But I was wrong about that. It wasn't to rescue my marriage, that marriage. It was to rescue me. Yeah, it was to rescue me from a life without that love. And to give me an opportunity to lead a better and a healthier and happier life than I could have lived before. And now, with my wife Laura and my 2 adult children and my grandchild Madison and my stepdaughter who's about to turn 20 and leave her teens, and also I'm the daddy of a Sheltie and a Bichon. I can't leave them out. I've never been happier, and so this is what God can do.
Wow. Well, I should be like Bill Coffin and just sit down and say, that was a sermon.